mean, look at all these. There's all kinds of trails.
Yeah.
Well, we could absolutely go nuts. But they did a lot of mining on this mountain, so there's. Yep. There's a mine here. There's mines up here somewhere. Yep. There's another mine right there. Yep. All kinds of stuff to explore. Maybe we can find a big chunk nugget of gold about this big, because that'll take care of all the financial problems that we have, right? You know, or silver. I don't care. Gold or silver.
Silver would be all right. I don't know if we're quite have to sit down here, but it's going to be all right.
Hi.
Hi. Where are we at?
Where are we at? We're just outside of Calico, California. We're gonna run the, yeah, right?
Big sign up the top in case you don't know where you are.
Calico Mountains. We're looking at running the Odessa Canyon Trail, which is gonna go up here this way, and then we're gonna have lunch up here by the mountains, and then we're gonna circle around the Duran Canyon Trail back down to where we started. Whole loop should be about 6 miles. It's very aggressive, rated a 6/7 out of 10. We've got 2 stock height JLs on 35s. Our JK's slightly lifted on 35s, and then we've got a XJ also sitting on 35s. We're hoping that we've got enough to make it through this trail, but we're going to videotape the whole thing, so stay tuned. As we set out on our adventure, we actually had no idea what to expect from this trail. Now don't get me wrong, we did our research. We watched a ton of videos on YouTube, read up on the history of this canyon, and looked up the trail guides on what to expect if somebody wanted to run this trail. But our biggest concern was our Jeeps capable of being able to make it? We didn't have the underbelly skid plating that's recommended, and all of us were only running 35-inch tires. So the question was, were our Jeeps actually going to be capable of doing this trail? Well folks, there's only one way to find out, as any true off-roader will tell you, and that is to give it a shot, and let's see if we make it. So straight out the gate, this trail throws you right into a very narrow canyon that's very rocky and gives you an immediate taste of what this trail is ready to dish out. Okay, so the canyon definitely looks a lot more intimidating than it actually was. Yes, there were a few rocks and a little off camber, but it really wasn't that bad. What we actually started talking about, however, is look at the rock rails on this JL. Now it's a beautiful Jeep, but we were really worried that those steps might actually get in the way. But you know what? We'll come back to that. So yes, at the beginning, there are a couple of bypasses to avoid the obstacles. But you know what, folks? We didn't come here to run the bypasses. We came here to push to the limit of our Jeeps and see just how far we could actually go. Having a good spotter so that you can get your Jeeps over the obstacle safely is a great idea on a trail like this. But remember folks, sometimes your spotter is going to need a spotter too. Ouch! I hope he's okay. Oh, look at that. As he gets right back up and right back to spotting. You remember those steps that we were talking about? Thanks to the lockers and a great spotter, we were able to just get him to back up a little bit and get over this obstacle. But I don't think we're done seeing the end of what those steps are going to get us hung up on. Now we talked a little bit about the challenges Mike's going to face with his JL, but let's take a look at Steve and his XJ. At the time that we filmed this, he did not have his lockers equipped on either axle. Running open differentials on a trail like this can seem like a disadvantage, not being able to control your power transfer. But let's see how he does. Got him over, but there is one last person we haven't talked about. Now bringing up the tail end of our group is Tammy and her brother Scott in their beautiful white and pink JL. They've been on a lot of trips with us and they love following us into some dangerous places, but this trail is going to push them to the limit just like it is the rest of us. They're already white knuckling it, folks, but let's see if we can get them over this part of this trail. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. We got everybody through that no problem. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Odessa Canyon Trail has 4 major obstacles. The first one was the rock garden, and that's what we just conquered. The second one, which is only a hop, skip, and a jump away, is even more difficult. In fact, when we got there, some of us even questioned whether or not this was going to be the one that stopped us for the day.
So as I'm coming up, just so you know, we're probably not going to be able to see you. So if I just keep going, you're going to want to just, yeah, just move out of the way. So I think I'm going to be right here. All right.
As the leader, I guess that means that I was first up on this one. Let's see if we can get over it.
Okay, now straight down. Straight down, go this way a little bit. Good.
Man, am I glad I had those Rubicon rock rails.
That was way too easy.
That was easier than everybody else made it look.
Next up is going to be Steven. He's going to try it with the XJ. Now, what you can't see from the video footage is, truthfully guys, this thing was almost, 6 feet, maybe close to 7 feet tall when you measure it from the actual bottom to the top. So there was a great distance that had to be covered here, and we all know the wheelbase on an XJ is much shorter than the wheelbase on a JK or a JL. But he's going to give it a shot, so let's see how it goes.
You got it. You're not touching. Got it.
Alright, so he didn't struggle nearly as much as we thought he was going to, so let's see how Tammy and Scott handle this obstacle. So that wasn't really exciting. They just walked right up and over it. I guess that would mean Rubicon for the win, right? Well, not always. Remember, there is one Jeep we haven't seen make it over this yet, and we saved the best for last.
Not quite yet. Yep. And now.
And there's that step again.
I can't see the backside.
There it's stuck. Gonna have to back down just a little bit.
So while Chris is trying to explain where he wants him to put his tires, let's just go ahead and skip ahead to try number 2.
Hard. How's it looking over there? Same thing?
Right here, it's looking down.
Is there a toss of rock right there? Hold up.
That's fair, he did knock some rocks out, so let's try getting some rocks under the wheels. Let's see if this works.
He's going to get a rock on the tire on this side. So cut your wheel back this way, and I'm going to have you move forward. Good? Yeah.
He's gonna get himself. He's gonna get himself in a creek.
As this turned into more of a struggle than we were anticipating, we started talking about the option of pulling line, but Mike was determined and he was a good sport here, so he said, you know what, we're just going to keep trying until we get it.
Turn driver's side. Yep. 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 Yep.
So Chris backed him down off the obstacle and decided we're going to try a different line and try it again, maybe this time with a little bit more speed. Let's see if that works.
Good. Good. Straight. Straight now. Yep. Yep. Hard this way. Good. Straight.
Here comes the speed. Hang on.
Good. Keep it coming.
Well, there. Now we got the step out of the way. The rest of this should be easy.
Good. Turn this way. Yep. 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 You're all set. Can you see?
Ouch.
But I mean, let's be honest. It could have been much worse. Alright folks, we're not quite done. We're only about halfway through this trail, so if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss episode 2 as this adventure continues through Wall Street and Pucker Pass. So hang tight guys, we'll be right back.